Welcome everyone, I'm the Prestior and this is Langrisser Mobile. Alright, new week, and this time I actually have stuff besides summoning an Apex. The Macho Lotto for this week is what brought in the new stone for Almeda to make her an SP class. I went ahead and already pulled them. And I got it on my 6th try, which is actually better than I expected. I don't know exactly how much I spent on this, but nowhere near the max, which is fantastic. Alright, so with all that said and done, let's go ahead and dive into Almeda and see what we can get done. So some of this stuff does require certain specific combats, but I do have a few of those items that allow you to skip steps, so I'm hoping that'll be enough for me to carry this through. Otherwise I have to wait or use a cash shop item. So, alright, let's begin. So first thing we need is a bunch of these. So 40 in total. Alright, we also need a bunch of controllers, so thankfully I think I have enough. Alright, settling conflicts and restoring ruins. Whenever help is needed, you'll find Almeda, always on the go, a savior in the nick of time. That seems to be the fate of descendants of light. So having sent a journey across 3 continents, I'm in a league of my own in terms of distance traveled. Alright, do I spot a few familiar faces in the snowy mountains of Gelpass? I wonder how that idiot Grenier is doing. What's that? Training in the mountains to bulk up? Sorry, but I'll pass on that. So we need to do Nimes level 60 with Almeda. Thankfully we can. Alright, Almeda. This should take pretty much no effort at all. I'm just seeing if there's a way to do it as quickly as possible. Probably be something like this, maybe. I feel like I'm missing something. Where is she? There she is. Alright, let's go. Honestly, auto alone will be enough to finish this. Oh yeah, Almeda does get access to the new troops, which I wasn't able to show last time because I forgot to switch them in Apex. I really wish Apex and the inscriptions things have like a sync all button instead of me having to click through every individual character and clicking sync. But here's Windbloom Chanter, increased healing, and then at max level there's a 100% chance to reduce one random damage skill cooldown at random, which is really cool. Is it? Actually, one thing I'll check. Skill. Yeah, just when it uses a skill on an allied unit. I'm not sure if that's how it works for AoE or not, or it has to be like a specific target, kind of like the chorus, but that's okay. We don't need to know, because this guy's not going to live long enough to matter. This is not even like the max level, this is level 60, so... So I'm hoping, you know, plus 30% intelligence will be enough to get us through all of this. That's gonna stun him, I believe, because he's not immune to stun. Yep. Oh, and I freaking have Thor for this, so. This will get me my daily Aniki taken care of as well. Good times had by all. Alright, back to work. Complete. Alright, beyond memories, beneath the world tree, memories come flooding back on the other side of time and space. I'm sure he's also fighting tirelessly for what he believes in. A loser? Who are you calling a loser? Watch your words and try again. Need a bunch of keys and some controllers. Embrace of the ocean, the deep blue sea, a symbol of both adventure and acceptance, much like my own heart. But let's not get too caught up in the strange things. Upgrade Almeda's exclusive equipment to 50. So even if you don't want to use her weird censored exclusive staff, you still have to upgrade it to max level to complete this. Alright, Treasures of the Past. Returning to Elsalia brings back so many memories. Perhaps these are the true treasures of our journey, huh? Who dares to capture the moment of me hiding my face and sobbing? Have you no respect for my privacy? I have more runestones than I'll ever need. Alright. Confronting calamities, Adventurer's Path. Confronting calamities with a heart yearning for the light. All these experiences will gather in a hymn to the adventurer, timeless and eternal. Almeda's special feature is getting rave reviews in the floating city, so pre-order now. So we need to go into Ice Dragon level 60, which is not unlocked today, but I can crash it using an hourglass. Alright, long-lauded legend. As time marches on, my footprints will span across the 3 continents, telling the age-old legends, the stories of us. So we get a new talent, new class, and new model. Alright, we have SP Almeda. And now we have tier 2 stuff. Mysterious revelation. A mysterious yet comforting power stirs within me. Do I look different than before? Has Almeda become too stylish these days? Bunch of materials I already have. The warm-hearted Aniki brothers have sent their well wishes, still hot and sweaty from their hard work. I'm glad they have the Aniki event going where you can have access to all of the gems at once, because then I could just do this. So, Samson, right? Level 65 Samson, so again, not even level 70. Alright, so let's grab Almeda. I didn't even read the full instructions, but I'm pretty sure I just need Almeda. And it's not letting me switch her. I thought it would automatically switch her class. It did not. That's okay. Her class actually becomes mage otherwise. Alright. So this is the cavalry one. That's right. Yeah, cavalry. Alright, in that case, let's do one of those. Not really an easy way to do this. Borrow you. And we'll borrow you. Alright, let's go. Not even going to faction buff. For those who don't know what that weird staff does, it automatically reduces mobility and negates guard for 1 turn. It does work with AoEs, which is rather nice. And it's a unique debuff from our usual kit, so it does stand out a little bit on that front. Just do this. Shield up. Alright, good to go. Alright, go team time. Alright, should be good to go on that front. Now we're just gonna go through this way. Let's grab... There she is. Switch to evolve form. So stat-wise, it's a flat upgrade for her stats. She does become a mage class, which is unique because she's usually just holy only. Her original talent was she can apply a random weak debuff on 4 enemies, up to 4 enemies within 4 spaces, and then she had a heal that did about 2.5 to the lowest HP character, and that had infinite range. Now it's been changed, so she heals. Looks like it's not. Yeah, heals the lowest allied unit for 3 times and dispels 2 debuffs. And it, instead of doing 1 random debuff to 4 nearby enemies, it now does 2 random debuffs to the 2 nearest enemies, and it has infinite range. So right out the gate, she can just start applying debuffs. Now, granted, her debuff pool is not great. It's actually pretty small. There's no chance of doing mobility down. It's just pure, I think, just status debuffs and things like, or stat debuffs and things like that. So there's that. All right. Oh, sorry, I needed to actually go to her. And this is, of course, her her new sprite, which I'll probably still use the other one because the skin is hilarious. Alright, let's go to Hero Makeover. Complete. Guidance of the Holy Light. The Divine Light shines on me once more, guiding me towards my next challenge. I shouldn't be the one to ask, but what does it feel like to be touched by the Divine? Alright, Almeda, you're being kind of weird here. Alright, you're joking, Mr. Dragon. It's not as if the goddess herself is making an inspection. What's that? Official business? Well then, Congratulations, you passed the goddess test. So use Almeda to fight the fire dragon, which I did fight twice. Yeah, I did fight twice. What level? 65. And this is Fafnir. Couldn't see the actual name, so. Doesn't it even say? It doesn't even say this week, does it? Okay, whatever. It did take me here, so I'm assuming this is the right one. We'll know in a second. I had already done it twice earlier, but I can do it one more time. It doesn't have a name? I feel like this is a bug. Give me one moment. Alright, I did some searching, and this is the Fire Dragon Fafnir. That's his name. It'd be helpful if it actually said it. Alright, it's been a while since we fought Fafnir, at least not without auto finish. Alright. Alright. New SP class. Also, I'm not sure what class you're vulnerable against, but I don't really care. And look at all these, look at this setup where I'm still using Origins. Alright. I'll go Princess for all this, why not? Sure, we'll go with this setup. Alright, let's do this. We should be fine. We have the Goddess Blessing buff from beating this level before. Just do this, that's fine. Skeleton's dealt with. Man, it's been a while. Sorry, I clicked off there. I will happily just start wailing on you. I'm not. This is also the first time I've done any of the dragons with a. With covenants. Okay, you do have to kill all enemies. Alright, I was not expecting it to go that quickly. Alright, I'm glad I had already done the other two, because I didn't want to waste a daily on this. Alright. Let's keep it going. Alright, comfort and complaint. Ready to listen to the frustrations of daily life? Count on me. I'll spare no sarcasm. Oh, I mean, I'll address everyone's concerns with care. So we need a bunch of the arcane upgrade items, which thankfully we have a stockpile. Also, you need some time shards, which I have plenty. Alright, Trial of Dawn, Goddess of Light. In this final trial, you will witness the faith and resolve that I have forged across the 3 continents. We have to do Leviar 65, which is not open today. The other thing you can also get caught on is the this particular event can only be done once per day, period. There's not reduced rewards or anything like that. You can only just do it once. So that's a way that can be a bit wasteful if you accidentally get into autopilot mode and do this before you're ready. Well, the good news is I did have 2 hourglasses, so this will be my second. And with that, let's be serious now. Standing before you is embodiment of glorious faith, successor of the will of the goddess, chronicler of ageless adventures, beacon of warmth, friend to all, the divinely beautiful Almeda. Alright, basic abilities can be upgraded. Okay, yeah, we need to do that, don't we? And then we get 2 new skills, and we finally get access to Shrine Maidens, which can make her a little bit bulkier. The only bad part is since she is locked, her SP class is locked in as a mage class, she is vulnerable to things like Twilight Star. So it isn't perfect, unfortunately. Though it does feel like we've been kind of getting away from Twilight Stars lately. But that's mainly because not as many assassins. Alright, and there you go. So yeah, her stats her overall power didn't actually increase that much, and that's mainly because of I didn't actually have her equipment masteries. So we'll deal with that better later. But Inheritor of the Will of the Goddess, Storyteller of the Long History, and the Warming Light of Earth can also equip axes. Why axes? Can she actually equip axes? Like, why? I'm pretty sure it means hammers. I think it's hammers. Whatever that means. Alright. In any case, let's take a look at our skills. So yeah, I believe all that's still the same. It is. Alright. Alright, so here's our 2 new skills. Almeda never bows. 2 turn cooldown. 3 range and 3 span, which I think is the same as, yeah, it's the same as a mass heal. It heals as much as a mass heal, but it also does applies 2 stacks of Strong Heart to everyone in the area, and Strong Heart makes it so you're immune to and reflect the next debuff you receive. So this is like a mixture of Elma's and Risen Seal's ability, where she can stack up little barriers to soak, not only negate debuffs but reflect it back at the opponent. It can only stack up to 3 times, not 5 like Risen Seals, and it's not until duration ends like Elma's. That being said, it can be pretty safe as an opener, because you can just throw it on the party, and then being able to just soak 2 debuffs, period, is honestly really, really helpful. Because it affects everything, which is usually the thing I've run into is the biggest issue, is any situation where I don't have immunity to everything really hurts me. Anyway, the only thing that kind of sucks is it has a 2-turn cooldown as opposed to 1 turn that Mass Heal does. This also does give her another AoE heal, which is also helpful. And And then she has Act as I See Fit. Could select one spell. You can either do Heart of Worship, The Goddess Loves You, or I Bozal. After casting and taking action, reduce the cooldown of all your assist skills by 1, which Almeda Never Bows is an assist skill, so this is a way for her to speed through her cooldowns faster. The 3 options here is Heart of Worship. What that does, I can actually show that. Let's do that real quick. Shouldn't take much to show off. Almeda, where are you? There you are. And while we're at it, why does it feel like this thing's out of order? There it is. Just gonna borrow you as well. Alright. Alright. So her ability here, Heart of Worship, is self-only, and it makes it so your healing effects are increased by 50% for this turn, and it makes it so your heal trigger happens an additional time. So definitely helpful there. We got The Goddess Loves You. A support active skill grants a single unit when initiating battle. It will apply 2 random debuffs to the enemy before battle, which lasts 2 turns. Always helpful. And then the last one is I Bozal, which will do. It has 3 range, and it will do 0.2 times AOE damage, and will apply a random strong debuff. This ability, I believe, has a cooldown, but everything else I don't think it does. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. So now we have... oh, you're gonna make me lose stamina. Fine, we'll fight. Apparently... But yeah, overall, I am going to be swapping in Almeda. I know the Kong video didn't give her the highest of grades, but honestly, she isn't that bad. I mean, the videos I have seen her in the Chinese matches, it is true that she didn't like destroy anything, but at the same time, she was also still pretty capable. Well, let me put it this way. A lot of the matches where I saw her not last very long, none of the other healers would have lasted long either. So it's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, sure, she came in and then she got, you know, immediately rushed down and killed. And I was like, but that will happen with just about any of the other healers as well, in most cases. So just having another option to kind of do a little bit of everything that the other healers can, maybe not as good, does still stand out. Kind of the biggest thing is you can opt her to be able to do other things. Also, now that she can passively heal and remove debuffs, I think is also pretty useful. So I think especially when you can trigger it twice with her one cost skill, because then you can use one of those to possibly remove something like heal negation and then proc it a second time for the other benefit, which can be pretty useful as well. So I do tend on using Almeda. I think she's kind of a good fit in my box. Mainly because I don't see myself really using... I don't see myself using Elna. I've tried to use her in the past and it just usually doesn't work out. Also, as far as my enchants, I did steal, mainly just to get her more health and durability. Her heart bond upgrades are different. She does have a flat 10% reduction versus AoE. So that will stack with steel, which will make it 20%, and stack with this armor here, which will make it 30%. So just right out of the gate, she takes 30% reduced AoE damage, which is pretty useful since a lot of our opponents like to rush us with that type of AoE. Her center inscription ability gave her 5% intelligence, and then made it so roast and her other skill will randomly reduce cooldown by 1 to 4. To be honest, I'm not sure how useful that is, but roast at least heals. The only thing that's bad about roast is it doesn't remove debuffs, but it is an AoE heal, so it does have that going for it, and it does allow you to start applying more debuffs, again from the small debuff pool she has. But with this, I'm probably going to go ahead and drop out Sissy White, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in Almeda. So the only thing that I haven't done yet is I need to reapply her equipment enchants, which will definitely give her a nice boost, because right now she doesn't have them. Even without them, she's still nearly 9k power, which is not too shabby. So, class enchants. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Hero. This is Langrisser Mobile. I'll see you guys later.